Catering to manage Daria and my fellow teammates. Today, our team is going to present to you Sivam Catering, a managerial analysis. The objective is to ensure that sales of Sivam Catering by penetrate the 5.4% growth market and be competitive with 30% catering firms in catering firms. In Penang, by increasing sales revenue from 8% to 12% in the next 3 years. Okay, as for the mission statement, Sivam Catering's mission statement is to build long-term relationship with customer and provide exceptional customer service by providing a nutritious food that will aid in their development. There are three types of planning for Sivam Catering, and for the first one is strategic planning. Sivam strategic plans for achieving growth, improving productivity and profitability, and boosting return on investment are all part of the desired future of the catering. Top-level managers, such as Sivam himself, develop the organizational objectives so that the middle and lower-level managers can create a compatible plans aligned with those objectives. Tactical planning, for example, kitchen supervisor, the middle-level manager, learns about Sivam's strategic plan for increasing productivity. He immediately begins to think about the possible tactical plans to ensure that happen. Tactical planning for him might include things like testing a new process making food. He needs to create a set of calculated actions that take a shorter amount of time and are maneuvered in scope that the strategic plan is, but still help to bring the organization closer to the long-term goal. Operations planning. For example, chef, backyard manager at Sivam Catering, responsible for operating planning. And operational planning activities for chef will include things like cooking according to a customer's request, dividing employees, scheduling weekly, and assess the days of cooking to increase product sales. These are the SWOT analysis of the Sivam Catering. Strength of Sivam Catering will be Sivam Catering will always provided healthy food. And second, hygienic. The promise of the Sivam Catering are compulsory wearing a mask, apron, and gloves to provide the healthy food. What makes Sivam Catering unique is the food that provided by Sivam Catering consists of many cultures of food, which is Chinese, Malay, and Indian culture food. As for the weakness, with Sivam Catering weakness will be the wastage possible. Opportunities will be taking a plenty of orders by customers, which will make Sivam Catering very busy. For the threat will be the competitors. Okay. These are the organization of Sivam Catering. In organizational hierarchy of Sivam Catering, there are upper, middle, and subordinate groups. The upper class group will consist of general manager, administrative managers, operating managers, financial managers, and lastly, human resource managers. As their task is to coordinate and manage activities in their own areas. Next, for the middle class, which will consist of buffet supervisor, kitchen supervisor, and driver supervisor. Their job is to ensure employees under their leadership and direction to do work or what their supervisor asks to do. Furthermore, the task and scope of the work for the subordinate is that they only need to wait and receive instruction from their supervisor. Total employees of Sivam Catering in the year of 2015, which is Sivam Catering have total of 21 of employees in that year. And for the monthly labor cost will be 44,035 ringgit 22 cents. I will pass the next part to my.
Well, leadership. In terms of leadership, we have few styles which the manager of Sivam Catering has used. For instance, top line management, the CEO, he uses laissez-faire leadership style. Why is this so? It's because he gives freedom and liberation to his subordinates. For instance, the administration management, the operation manager, and also the finance manager. These people are given the right to make decisions because they are dealing with customers and they are dealing with workers directly. Therefore, laissez-faire is appropriate. In the second line manager, participative leadership style has been used. For instance, the kitchen, the buffet, and also the transportation sector. This leadership, which is also participative leadership style, is given to them so that they can make decisions themselves, because only they know the customers well, they know what the customers want. And in terms of transportation, only they do know the routes and also the time taken to reach their destinations. We move on towards autocratic style, where the leader in fact uses the leaders give the workers less liberation. For instance, the kitchen assistants, it directly involves cooking, which also makes the company great in terms of taste and uniqueness and concept. Well, if these people are not leaded directly in terms of autocratic leadership, the company will fall. Therefore, autocratic leadership style has been applied towards the kitchen assistants, where they can't make any decision but to follow instructions. Well, in terms of motivational environment, the workers of Sivam Catering are paid well. For instance, bonuses has been given during Deepavali, and also they are given the safety first policy, which means that they have to wear their aprons, caps, masks, and also gloves in order to ensure safety. And also they are sent to India, for instance, to learn how to cook and also update their menus. Therefore, the motivational environment over here is good because the workers are motivated to work, as the company invests on increasing their training level and training skills in order to perform well in the company. As you all can see, financial control is important towards the company in order to achieve the 8 to 12% increase in sales over the next 3 years. If you can see, in terms of financial control, Sivam Catering is highly involved in lessening the workforce, lessening the production costs, and increasing sales and revenue. In terms of productivity and quality, Sivam Catering is on the move to change from traditional cooking utensil method in order to ensure the production cost is less, and also to increase its quality in terms of using modern cooking utensils. For instance, budgetary control. Budgetary control is where the actual results, the actual planning, and the actual figure is used to forecast for the next 3 years. Well, as we can see, Sivam Catering has increased its budget tremendously in order to get modern cooking utensils. By getting modern cooking utensils, the labor force and the workforce can be lessened down, because modern cooking utensil has the power and the ability to increase the cooking speed to perform good and high quality in fact. As we can see in operational control, Sivam Catering is highly dedicated and highly precise in its operations. As we can see from number 1, Sivam Catering, the first step of all their orders, they will take order and collect a 20% of deposit. Continuing, in terms at step 5, they process the food. Well, that is where all the labor costs, inputs, ingredients are all make sure that they are in all good and well conditioned for the performance and quality of the food. And when the food is ready, it will be transported to the customers. Well, in terms of transportation, the transport manager has to ensure that the ETA, in fact the estimated time of arrival, is precise, so that it will not disappoint the customer or interrupt their event. And upon finishing the event, the remaining 80% payment will be claimed from the customer according to their satisfaction. If the customers are not satisfied with the food, Sivam Catering will compensate in order to lessen down the cost. Well, in conclusion, Sivam Catering, I feel, and our team feel personally that they are doing a great job in motivating and also in the managerial analysis, because Sivam Catering takes care of their management well, the organization structure, and also they ensure the quality of the food is good. Therefore, in order to increase the sales from 8% to 12% over the next 3 years, they will succeed, because their planning and studies has enabled the business to run smoothly and thus to achieve their projected targets. Therefore, this is my group's assignment, a managerial analysis of Sivam Catering. Thank you.